BBC Radio Suffolk.
Now, we're going to be talking to the Suffolk Singers, or someone from the Suffolk Singers, in just a minute or two, because they have sent us a lovely festive offering. They've had some carols composed specially for them, and this is one of them. The Suffolk Singers, and it's a carol called Sing Rejoice, specially composed for them. Alma Gower is the chair of the Suffolk Singers, joins us now. Hi, Alma.
Hello, Stephanie.
Is it nice to hear it on the radio?
Oh, it is smashing to hear it on the radio. We're so proud of it.
And I'm going to play in just a minute or two Virgin Lullaby. So these were composed specially for you?
They were. We have a set of three carols called the Suffolk Carols, and they were composed to us for us by Jamie John Hutchings. And the story behind it is that since 2010, Suffolk Singers have been hosting a choral workshop every year, and very well attended. And like all choral workshops, we chose a favourite piece, usually a choral piece, or maybe famous operatic choruses, and everyone enjoyed it. The drawback is the singers come from all over Suffolk, whoever wants to come and join the workshop. The downside is that some of those singers know the piece very well and the others don't know it at all. So it's not totally satisfactory. So after the 2017 one, I got together with my co-chairman at the time, Martin Correll, and we thought, well, the answer to this, in order to have a level playing field, was to have pieces of music specially composed for us. So we turned to John Hutchings and consulted with him. And we suggested maybe three pieces representing Advent, Christmas, and the Epiphany. And John came up with the Suffolk Carols. And we used them the following year for the workshop, and they were a great success. The idea is that having totally new pieces, we were able to give a lot more tuition to people, and people derived a lot more benefit from coming to the workshop. So, and it was a huge success. So now we've just recently had made professional recording of them in Framingham College Chapel, and you hear the result of the Carol number 3, which would have been for the Epiphany side of it.
I'm going to put, and in a minute, Virgin Lullaby is what I'm going to be playing as well. So got a couple of those. And tell me a bit about your group. How have you managed with lockdown?
Well, we've got a very cohesive group, a very friendly group, and like all choirs, we were faced with not being allowed to sing together during lockdown. We tried various things first of all, but our biggest success was when we introduced having weekly vocal workshops, which our musical director, Claire Weston, wonderful with the choir, ran. And these were, you could do this in your own room, in your own living room, and it really taught you a bit more about how to breathe, how to stand, doing vocal exercises, and points about looking at music in general. Because it's not very easy. I mean, lots of choirs have the facilities to be able to take all the individual voices singing different parts and mix them all together. But, I mean, we didn't have anybody who had the time or possibly the expertise to do that. So this was a very good solution. And we ran 20 such vocal coaching sessions on Zoom, and they were really very well appreciated.
Nothing. I was going to say, sorry to interrupt, nothing really beats those actually being together as a body and singing together, does it?
No, it doesn't. And from about June onwards last year, we were able to sing outside as a group, as long as we didn't exceed 30. So one of the Suffolk singers has got quite an isolated farmhouse with lots of garden, and we met in her garden on Thursday evenings, which is when we rehearse, for the rest of the summer. We were very fortunate with the weather, I must say. Got a bit cold, but we stayed dry.
I don't know if there are any footpaths nearby, but people walking past must have thought, "Oh, I can hear a choir." And aren't you 30 years old? Haven't you just had your 30th anniversary concert?
We did indeed. We celebrated our 30th anniversary in October, and we were very lucky, I think, because it was at a time when we had been allowed to get together in person since September in our ordinary choir venue, rehearsing venue, and our concert was made up of songs or pieces of music chosen by the choir. Way back in April time, we asked each choir member to come up with 3 pieces which they would choose for the programme. And out of those, I ranked them all, and we came up with about 20 pieces. And I think everybody apart from one person had at least one of their choices in that programme. And it was wonderful. We had a very full audience in St Michael's Church in Framlingham. I think people were probably really waiting to go and hear the live music again. But it was such a fun evening and a great tribute to all the years which have led up to that.
Have you got many people who've been with you? Have people been there the whole 30 years?
We have one member, Edith Peck, who was a founding member. The choir started in 1991 by Andrew Pearson, and he just advertised for a few singers and got together, I think, 3 or 4 singers, of which Edith was one, and then it gradually built up until we have the choir that we have today, which is about 34 members strong.
Fantastic. It's a great story. Your next concert, and we keep our fingers crossed, depending on all the restrictions and so on, you've got one in January at Woodbridge Community Hall?
We have this. This is a fun concert, and it's in aid of Find, Friends in Need, in Woodbridge Community Hall on Saturday, the 22nd of January. Yes, it is, fingers crossed, because of the rising cases of Omicron and COVID. So, yes, but we hope.
As you say, fingers crossed. Well, it's lovely to talk to you, and thank you for letting us play some of your carols as well. And are you always looking for new members? No.
we, we have waiting lists for members, but at the moment we're looking for another alto. We've just appointed a tenor, so we have our complement of tenors, and choir members are incredibly loyal to the choir, and I think that's probably contributing to our success, because it means we're a very friendly group. We enjoy singing, and we enjoy making a good sound, and we have a music director who expects that of us, and we just rise to her expectations. We post on our website where we have vacancies, so people can apply then, and people can also listen to other pieces of music that we've sung on our website too.
Brilliant. Well, obviously a place is highly sought after. Alma, thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to play another of your pieces of music. Have a lovely Christmas when we get there, won't you?
Yes, thank you very much for having us.
No worries. There's Alma Gower. She's the chair of the Suffolk Singers. So if you search for them on their website, suffolksingers.co.uk, you can have a browse. And if you're good enough singing, because I think you have to do auditions and so on to join the Suffolk Singers, and you fancy being there and you're an alto, maybe you want to apply. Claire Weston, as you heard there from Alma, is their musical director. I think she taught Ed Sheeran as well, so she's got a high pedigree. This, I don't know, I'm going to play all of it, but this is another of the carols that they have recorded, specially composed for them as well by Jamie John Hutchings. This is Virgin Lullaby. So Suffolk Singers and Virgin Lullaby. Have a look at their website. You can hear more of their music there and keep in touch and find out about their concerts.